All right, we'll now get you some breaking news that is coming in after Prime Minister Modi's all-out attack on the Congress in the Rajya Sabha. Congress MP Jayram Ramesh hits back, asks whether the Rajya Sabha chair will expunge the Prime Minister's false remarks as well. Now, the Congress MP cited a UPA-era controversy and tweeted, in his long rant yesterday, Prime Minister blamed UPA for cash for query scam when in fact 6 of 11 involved were BJP MPs. It's BJP that walked out during vote to expel the MPs after resolutions moved by Pranab Da and Dr. Singh. Would the chair now expunge Prime Minister Modi's lies? Unquote. All right, there and after Rahul Gandhi's and Mallikarjun Kharge's comments were expunged. Now we have Congress's Jayram Ramesh hitting back, saying that Prime Minister's comments, which were made yesterday in the Rajya Sabha, must also be expunged as the Prime Minister has lied about the UPA-era scam. Is the latest that we are picking up. So the Congress there, in fact, after Rahul Gandhi's and Mallikarjun Kharge's comments were expunged, the Congress there seeking the Prime Minister's comments also to be expunged, and also, in fact, going on to say that the Prime Minister, attacking the Prime Minister, going on to say Prime Minister Modi lied about the UPA-era scam. Jayram Ramesh of the Congress has said, will the RS chair expunge the Prime Minister's lies? Unquote. So the Congress MP has cited a UPA-era controversy and he has tweeted, and I quote, in his long rant yesterday, the Prime Minister blamed UPA for cash for query scam when in fact 6 of the 11 involved were BJP MPs. It's BJP that walked out during vote to expel the MPs after resolutions moved by Pranab Da and Dr. Singh. Would chair now expunge PM's lies? Unquote. And going straight across to Kundan, who is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Kundan, आज हम देख रहे हैं कि जयराम रमेश बोल रहे हैं कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर के कमेंट्स एक्सपंज होने चाहिए. वो क्या बेसिस पे बोल रहे हैं कि वो क्या बोल रहे हैं कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर किस बात को लेकर झूठ बोल रहे थे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स के भाषण के बाद कांग्रेस बहुत एग्रेसिव हो गया. कांग्रेस के जो मीडिया सेल के इंचार्ज हैं जयराम रमेश ने ट्वीट करके उन समय को कोट किया है कि 2008 में न्यू डील में कैसे जस्ट वोट फॉर कैश का जिक्र बीजेपी कर रही है. बीजेपी
कुंदन, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू. हमारे पास कांग्रेस के नासिर हुसैन हमसे भी जुड़ रहे हैं. मेनी थैंक्स मिस्टर हुसैन फॉर जॉइनिंग अस हियर ऑन मिरर नाउ. मिस्टर हुसैन, you know, we have Jayram Ramesh today tweeting that the Prime Minister's comments which were made yesterday in the Rajya Sabha, especially in connection to he's cited a UPA-era controversy, and he's tweeted that the Prime Minister has blamed UPA for cash for query scam when in fact only 6 of 11 were involved were the BJP MPs. So could you please tell us a bit more about why Jayram Ramesh wants the Prime Minister's comments to be expunged?
Good morning. Thank you for taking me on your show today. See, when a speaker speaks in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, if something which he or she has said needs to be authenticated while demanded by the chair or while demanded by any member of the House, has to be authenticated. Now, if somebody feels that what has been said is not true or somebody has lied in the parliament, then that has to be authenticated. Here is an issue of which, because the Prime Minister did not have anything to speak about Adani, he did not have anything to speak about this Adani scam. For all opposition parties, about 17, 18 opposition parties were up in arms, they were up on their feet, demanding for a joint parliamentary committee. He didn't have anything to say. He kept on ranting about UPA-era, Congress, Nehru Gandhi family, and so on and so forth. So today after listening to his speech, Jairamji has tweeted that the Prime Minister has lied. He was speaking about cash for query scam during the UPA regime. And he reminded the Prime Minister that 6 of the 11 MPs who were involved were from Bharatiya Janata Party. And at that time, Pranab Mukherjee ji, the former Prime Minister, at that time he was a minister in the UPA government, and Dr. Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister, they moved a resolution to expel these 11 MPs. At that time, BJP, instead of supporting
Right,
the resolution,
but are you in support of what Jayram Ramesh is saying?
Hold on.
Right.
Just hold on. Let me complete. So the BJP, instead of supporting the resolution to expel the MPs involved in the cash for query scam, they walked out of the House, they walked out of the Parliament, and they did not support this resolution. So in fact, Narendra Modi ji, knowingly or unknowingly, has lied and has misled the House and the nation. So he is accountable. He has to give clarification, and this part of his speech needs to be expunged.
Right. So while we are speaking about remarks that must be expunged, or the ones that were expunged, if you could also talk to us about Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge's remarks that were expunged in the House.
See, it has to be authenticated. What is the Congress party and the other opposition parties asking for? They are asking for a JPC. They say there is enough evidence in public domain. There is enough evidence proof with various corporate houses. There is enough material with the members of parliament. There is enough material with you people, with the journalists, which can be deposed in JP. Here is a report which speaks of shell companies. Here is a report which says that money has been laundered, whose money was laundered, whose money went out of India, and whose money came in India. What are these channels? And one of the owners of these shell companies, who happens to be the brother of Adani, stays with a Chinese person who is involved in so many nefarious activities in Singapore. There's so many things that are there in public domain. This needs to be inquired and investigated.
Right.
The moment...
Right, Mr. Hussain.
Everything will be authenticated, everything will be deposed, every information will be given to JP.
Right. Sir, what is your big message to the government at this point in time?
The government needs to constitute an inquiry. The government cannot run away and say that just because the friend of the Prime Minister, the friend of the Bharatiya Janata Party, a person who keeps sponsoring Bharatiya Janata Party, who keeps funding Bharatiya Janata Party, cannot be protected by the government. There should be a thorough inquiry. Public money, especially of LIC, SBI and other financial institutions is involved. This money belongs to the common man of our country. That is being used. Who gets them out of turn contracts, out of turn use them, out of turn tenders? How are rules bent, tweaked to help one individual?
Right, sir. So you want an inquiry into the allegations against Gautam Adani. Many thanks, sir, for joining us here on the broadcast and sharing your views.